Hello guys, Wahoo here, back with another video. This time around doing the news with actual news, guys. So thank you guys so much for sticking with the news show the last couple of weeks. Where there was no news, but now we actually have news. And shout out to Zero for making these live stream notes. Back at it again with a bunch of work, and we got a lot of questions and answers, so let's just jump into it right away. But again, shout out to Zero for making these here stream notes. So first of all, they had a couple of weeks, and now there is a lot of questions, so we'll get down to them. And again, you can always check it in the description. I will link this, of course, always in the description. The links will always be in the description, so go check that out if you just want to hit up the live stream notes itself. Also, of course, the try and stream you can also find there if you want to. So first off, there's a 50% off Chaos Chest and Summer Pinatas, and after that sale, probably a couple of weeks or something like that, then they will be gone until next summer, and then we're gonna have the Autumn Pinatas instead. So a big news thing is that we're getting a gardening overhaul. So they talked about this some time ago, that they wanted to do something more interesting with gardening. And as they say, they will not like put in not adding like a few items or features. They're gonna be like a very, very big overhaul in the whole thing. So I think that's amazing. They would go back to old professions and kind of rework those in a better way, or more interesting way, basically, because Crystallology is kind of more interactive. I feel like it's the same concept, but I don't know, it's just different tiers and stuff. I think it's a better concept, but I don't know if they can do that for gardening. So I'm excited to know or figure out what the gardening thing is gonna happen. All right. So again, they say a winter update for U10. So also further that will probably be asked a lot of times through this. So yeah, still on that November tinfoil hat kind of deal going on, because I will also explain that later when we get in. So first of all, they ask what is the official name of U10 gonna be, and also how big it's gonna be, and of course it's gonna be a major update. So it's gonna probably be like not knowing exactly, but at least it's gonna be bigger than Jude, I would say. How much more of that, bigger than that, I don't know, but it's definitely gonna be bigger, because they're also gonna like do stuff to U8 and U9. So I think it's gonna be the biggest update we're gonna see by far this year at least. And they say that about the name, they have no release, but it's not one word, so it's not gonna be like 10, I guess. But no word on the name yet. When the massive U update will when would the massive U10 spoilers start? And they already given away some spoilers, and they slowly over time are gonna release things and such when they get closer to it and kind of have to take final decisions on things and whatnot. So it's basically just gonna ramp up, basically. So this is gonna have like probably like the least spoilers, and then next week we're gonna have more spoilers and more like that when they decide on more things. Next question is PvP XP in Bomber Royale create old PvP, because there's the Glory Gladiator trophy, and it cannot be obtained on what it is right now. And they say yes, we will adjust the trophy to apply Bomber Royale as well. That's we talked about the XP for that. So hopefully that's gonna come soon. Maybe in U10, but I would like to see it actually kind of just happen before that. But normally don't throw down a little update like that. Next question is another way to gain pearls, because people think it's very heavily RNG'd. There's a fixture, if you can have that in one of the buildings in a club, gives you a bigger chance of dropping pearls and such. So I think they have done some, but they really don't want any changes, but they're looking to other ways to obtain in an upcoming system update. So I'm liking that they're saying like they're looking at their systems. Maybe we won't see a system update, but we're at least going to see them look at it, and that's the most important thing. I think like if they want to look, maybe we won't see any changes, but at least they're looking at the game, just not taking the system, just saying, oh, we're done with that, and never gonna look at it again, but taking it up again and say, can we do better? Do we have more options? Do we know more about how the community wants it and how we want it, and like how other people, maybe other games do it, or something like that? Never just standing still and just keep producing it like that. Why did you remove some kind of cue for the final jump? I'm not sure, the vibration or something like that. Looks like a bug. We'll investigate it and fix. So if that was something, I guess the final jump was something. Yeah. Next question is, why is super magical costume so expensive? Well, because it's super magical, and I'm not sure what people wanted more from it, but yeah. It's expensive. Next thing is, can you give us an ATA when the Rev, Ice Age, and Shadowhunter issues speedrunning will be fixed? And they say it'll be next update. So they don't say when it's going to be updated or fixed. Maybe we're going to see an update tomorrow as I'm, well, you're watching this on a Monday. Maybe they will go in and fix it because they know what it is they have to be fixing, and just don't like count it towards combat buffs anymore and such. So yeah. You know, that might be, you know, fixed already, or maybe already fixed as we are probably watching this. Next is the Binding of Darkness. It's like people are talking that it's very grindable and like stuff like that. But what their answer is that it is a super rare drop, like if they drop too much, and also if you would just have like, you would have like 200 of these bindings, right? But you would not have the Lunar Souls to do it. So I don't think it needs to be changed. I feel like I can't tell, like I can't say for other people, but I feel like I get them fairly often. Just remember to defeat. If you see a mini boss, always defeat the boss. Like if you see a mini boss around, go out of your way to just you know, defeat it and then go to the dungeon. Always do that, you know. It might not drop every time, but it drops quite often, you know, by doing that. It's the same. I don't go for like golden souls, you know, those, you know, people need them all the time, the golden souls, right? Whenever I see a golden soul, I always go out of my way to just obtain it, even if it's not like gathering day or whatever. I just go out of my way to do it, and that's kind of how I always keep my golden souls kind of on a good level, basically. So that's how I do it. And it's always, Trove is always going like, if you go a little bit out of your way, it would always kind of, you know, make sense to obtain these slowly but steadily. You can of course farm them on gathering day and stuff like that, like golden souls, but you know, that's what I mean. Next thing is, I would really like to know another option to gain level, gaining gym leveling items for grinding, such as Lucius boxes and stuff like that. Few Lapras box and clovers. Gym leveling is going to be a bit easier, so they can say it's going to be easier in U10. So that's looking. So look forward to that. Oh, yeah, cool. That sounds amazing. But yeah. But it should help with the core pain. Okay, that's really nice, because you do get stuck sometimes when you're leveling up gyms and such. You can get stuck at certain points because of running out of clovers or anything like that. And I would not suggest you level up your gyms without like clovers or luck bucks or you know, even like horseshoes and stuff like that. Don't do that, because it's just costly to fix them, basically. Are you planning on changing flawless runs now that possible to craft light cast vaults? And no plans on that. And I don't think even it should be, because now that it's craftable, it's just another method of gaining them. And if you just want to gain them like this, right, you gotta just be doing that. It's I think it's a fine reward for the flawless runs. Next thing, are you planning on changing older motorcycle models to actually have some spinning wheels? It wasn't on their radar, but it's like low priority to put it in there. But yeah, we'll pass it on, but again, low priority. So we probably won't see like spinning wheels too often. Next thing is, I've heard rumors that incoming damage stats being obtained on gear and gems coming in U10. Is this true? No, there will not be a incoming damage stat, but there will be the new armor and armor penetration. So that's what we also talked about before they had the vacation. They talked about armor and armor penetration as a stat, and the name is not final, and that will be on them. So we will see one of the new stats on gems will be gems or gem on our, sorry, one of the new stats on gems will be armor or armor penetration. So you probably can also obtain armor as a stat. Like if you don't want health percentage, or like if you want to go even tankier and not have like, for example, so you don't have like physical damage. Like if you play the Revenant, you can go like armor, max health percentage, and just flat max health. That would be like super tanky kind of deal, and though you won't do any damage, but you will be tanky as hell, right? And then armor penetration, you can go instead of, you know, crit hit and crit damage, for example, or stuff like that. And there might be some calculations in there what it's gonna be best. And if you want to min-max, I think that's amazing that they put this in. If you want to min-max it, I don't think you have to worry too much as it if you just want to farm casually. Personally, I'm not going to fix on it too much. I'm going to look to improve all my stats on my gems, and then, you know, I'm probably going to have more than I need for what is it called, crit hit, and then I'm going to probably change some of that crit hit into some armor penetration, for example, instead. So yeah, that's how I'm going to do it. And if I'm at like some kind of 20% armor penetration where I need to be way higher, that is just how the world is, and I'm not gonna sweat about it and like do tons of stuff with it. Basically, it's just gonna be very casual. Next thing is, will we ever get a minimap in the game? And they say it's pretty tedious to open the map every time. I don't really feel like it is. It's kind of like, I wouldn't use a minimap if it was me. I wouldn't use a minimap. So yeah, I don't see people using this at all. So but yeah, it won't be implemented. We won't put effort. They won't put effort into implementing that because it just doesn't make any sense. They have to move more things around than just that. So yeah, you got to keep opening the minimap for now. Next thing, will the following packs show up in credit in not a distant future? Eclipse pack and the Spooky Swag Bag, and also the Gorosilla, I think that's how it says. So Spooky Swag Bag and Gorosilla packs are going to be back, but not the Eclipse pack is not going to be back, because we are going to see in October, we are going to see the Halloween event, the Shadow's Eve, and that's probably going to you know, bring back those two packs in that event, or the Halloween. Will Lucian make items available from money-only packs like Mega Menagerie, Double Dragon, or something other than that? Or others over a year old? Most likely not. We generally don't want price of packs available individually, since it creates confusion as if a player has a part of a pack and then buys the pack. So also they don't want to put in something that actually make, you know, some people actually paid money for, and now you can just get it for free, because then people are not going to buy any packs because they know that later on the packs are going to be free, so they won't do that, and then it's like also creates confusion. And then we got the old question back: when will the Sun and Moon Aura be back? And they say no date or time, no date or name for it, but there will be another big pack coming, and the aura will return in it. So some people said like a big pack, like $100 or something like that. I don't know what it's going to be the exactly the thing, but I don't know why they would put it back in another pack. I think they should just add the pack that was available back then, and then people can decide if they want to get it or not. That's my that is my opinion, but yeah, we'll have to see. Any comments on the slim availability of Cienabar since the quality of life update? We'll be looking into it. It will not be immediately lowered, but it's on their radar to investigate. I've seen like a lot more Cienabar now that we also have the tome for it. So I don't know why I don't know if this is specific to PlayStation 4 or Xbox, or this is actually on PC, but I feel like on PC it's pretty common now. It costs less than for example, what is called robotic salvage, for example. So that to me seems like it's going to be yeah, it's more available at least. Next thing is, if the new gym color has a different stat but carries the PR increase, will the new stat apply prior to content? Shadow Towers has a PR requirement, and that potentially PR fluff may annoy anyone making a group. Yes, there will be applied prior content. So again, we will all you do for your gyms right now, they work on that. It's a bit of a tricky question. I suggest you go read it yourself if you want to know something about like stats and PR and such. And I can join on a group with you with all PR and have way higher PR, but it's not super effective. Yeah, so they are aware of this basically, and then it's kind of a loaded question. So I suggest you guys go check it out. Like I said in the description, if you want to see this and read it and kind of understand it, because I'm a little bit fuzzy on it, so I'm not gonna explain too much some information that might not be valid. Do you have any plans to expanding Geo caves, such as different layouts? I hope so. I hope so. They will do so. I know they say they have plans on expanding it. So I hope like there will be different layout because the layouts are pretty much the same. So yeah, I kind of would like that. They are going to expand on them. First thing is going to be we're going to see new critter types, which is great. So that's at least a start, right? But we would really like to see other layouts, so it makes it more interesting. More dynamic or random, basically. Will you surface bosses, mobs or slash bosses have new mechanic abilities? They will have some new abilities, but nothing revolutionary. Okay. The surface comfort will have new stuff to collect and have some new objectives for the main focus. Yeah. So new stuff to collect. That's of course the things we need for probably upgrading gyms and such. All right, next question is pretty awesome. Will there be a new Aventurine Dragon for the U10 release? No, although there'll be other new dragons. So I was actually farming on my own characters to try to get at least 60,000, because that's what the other dragons has cost. But now we know there's not going to be one in U10. So kind of take it slow with trying to get 60,000 Aventurine. So I'm probably going to slow down by doing that, because it takes a little bit of extra time to pick up the quest and such. Not annoying at all, but it just takes extra time, and I don't need to go this fast because I'm at 35,000 right now, and well, with this not, yeah, then it's always good to have 60,000 lying in the bank to have it. All right, so the next one is, are the new gyms coming in U10 going to be leveled augment? It's basically talking about, will it be as the same system as we have now, augmenting the new gyms and such. Yes, and they say they will be leveled and augment the same way. The current crafting foresee will work, and we will not be changing the recipe for them. So the new dust type will probably not be a part of like making the silver augmentations or whatever you're gonna call, like not the high tier but the middle tier ones will probably just stay the same dust, and you don't have to craft suddenly. You can't craft any of them because you don't have the dust. Some people might want it to, if they like, people didn't ask this question, people will probably like have crafted a whole bunch of them before the update, and then they would have them in that sense. But as they say, the fourth dust will not be a part of it. Next thing is, can Lucian boxes obtain other days of the week and increase the drop chance during the weekdays as well? There isn't something we are going to plan to change. I don't think they need to change it at all, because it seems like it's in a pretty good spot at the moment. It makes more incentive to play on Wednesdays for sure. Any plans of adding companion eggs merchants, so bronze eggs to silver and gold? I kind of like the idea by trading those in, but yeah. But they say silver and eggs are designed to be quite rare. We're not looking to change that for foreseeable future. We will look into other ways of giving out eggs. So eggs could be something like a reward for an event and stuff like that. I don't know if a gold one would be silver maybe. Yeah, but we'll see. People abusing, exploiting the top 10, thought the moon leaderboard will be running a while. Any action taken this address? Yes, it will be fixed in the next update. Like you said, we don't know what that is. And that next update is not U10. It's not U10, the next update. This is not what they mean by the next update. So it's not like, hey, still 2 months of the exploit going on. I'm pretty sure not. I'm not thinking this is what they mean by U10. Will there ever be a bonus, new bonuses to clubs that are above level 10 in the near future? Not in the short term. So we're probably going to see like first an update like 6 months from now, doing something with clubs again, because I think they want to do the U10 update. Then we're going to have New Year's, and then in the new year like maybe February, March, or something like that, we're going to see another update. That's going to be like a major update that's probably going to focus more on the in-game, like shadow towers and such. So there's going to be a while before we're going to see any updates to the clubs again. Maybe smaller updates, but not like major. Next thing is, please explain the flash deals and Eel Power System. How do we even trigger them? If we are over 20k before the update, do we take them out of gems and put them back in? Okay. You do not need to take out and put any of your gems. Once you qualify for one, you're always going to be qualified for it. Okay. There's going to be time-based, somewhat and random when it appears. We are evaluating making them appear more often. Okay, so the flash deals is a good thing for them, I guess. Yeah. Next thing is, when will the next update for Prisms of Light auras be? New auras will be new auras, so there's going to be more than one. Be available for Prism of Light in the next major update. So in U10 update, we're going to see more of the Prism of Light. So make sure you save up them if you have some lying around. Next thing is, will there be more the devastation events? So that's when you get the developers' allies, and I hope that again that these will not just be given out, but just be like given out more, I would say, because they don't give any, don't give any, what is it called, mastery. But it's a cool thing to have, like maybe your favorite developers. I have, for example, Twixlers, so I'm pretty happy about that one. But I would like to have Dope Sheets or even Kamars. I would love to get his as well, just to show some support, right, to your favorite developers. But yeah, so hopefully we will see more, and they surely will need our help again. So that's really nice. Will Lucian have despoiled divinities in the near future? And as he know he's in the hub right now, yes, he has one that you can buy right now. As you had last time, you can buy one of these, and also, of course, the 15 souls. And I put it all on the Discord so you can see if you haven't seen yet, or you can maybe just go to the hub if you want to go see if there's something you can buy. At least you got to buy those souls, right? And the next question is pretty awesome if you haven't already. Will the new gem be Earth Elemental? No, it will be not. So it will not be a green. I don't know if it's going to be green. It could still be green, but we know that now it's not going to be Earth. So it's not going to be Earth, and then it might not be green, right? We gotta have to see what it's going to be then. Earth seemed to actually be the most logical one to be, but we don't know. And yeah, now it's not Earth. It could be anything, really, right? There's a lot of colors out there, and we just have to go see what it's going to be. But I'm surprised that it's not going to be Earth, actually. Was it intended that the build master's mount doesn't place any scaffolding blocks or any other blocks above them? We will double check if this, but we believe that it might intended due to previous technical issues, but we'll look into it. Okay. And of course, the last question of the news show today: when will U10 be coming? It'll be featured later this year. So again, I think that is still going to be in November, because we are going to, like I said, have the Shadow Eves event going on in October. It actually says right here, look around October to the Shadow Eves content, so I think we're gonna, like I said, have Shadow's Eve in October. That's gonna be like the major thing in there. Then we're gonna go to November, and we are going to probably see that. That's still my guess, but yeah, longer one today because again we had a lot of news, and like I said, these news shows are gonna get also more interesting because we are gonna get dropped more amazing information for U10. Again, shout out to Zero for making the live stream notes. Go to check out the description while you're down there. Maybe comment or maybe like or subscribe. That helps me out very, very much, and also is very, very super appreciated. Really glad you guys watched, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.